In today's video, I'm going to be discussing my evidence for Teaching Standard 2.3, which talks about teachers maintaining their understanding and acting within statutory frameworks, professional duties, and their responsibilities. So the starting point for my piece of evidence was that although my mentor acknowledged that I was fully aware of my responsibilities and that I have demonstrated an ability to ask for advice with matters of child protection, he wanted me to maintain these points going into my next school environment. One specific aspect of safeguarding that I'm perhaps not as confident with is the idea of mental health within sport and physical activity. So given that obviously the current situation with COVID-19, a lot of pupils may be returning into a school setting and certainly into a PE setting, having limited movement competence, may have engaged minimally with physical activity, but most importantly, their mental health may have suffered, given the fact that it's obviously been an incredible stressful time for everybody, and they may have lost grandparents or loved ones during this time. So for this reason, I wanted to increase my awareness of signs of mental ill health and also potentially enhance my understanding of how to deal with any stigma that may be attached to pupils with mental ill health. And finally, I've never really considered how I might need to adapt my lessons in order to remove any barriers to pupils suffering with mental health. It's also important to note that obviously I appreciate that the details of the completed course I'm about to discuss do not in any way, shape or form qualify me in relation to mental health. They just simply approve my awareness of underlying signs or signs of mental ill health. So my starting point was the fact that I wasn't really that confident in how mental health might affect physical activity. Equally, not really sure how to amend my sessions or what the signs of mental ill health might be. So in doing this course, I improved my awareness of what signs to look out for. Furthermore, I also enhanced my understanding of what types of mental health issues and the specifics of what that might look like within a session, as well as understanding what I can do in my role as a teacher to help support these pupils within the context of my lesson. So what I've done is I've made a quick list of thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of specific mental health issues. I've screenshotted what this might look like and support I can offer in context of my lessons. I've also made sure that I'm aware of what limited stuff I can do. I'm at least aware of what that might look like. So my projected impact is going to be when I do start in my NQT school, I obviously need to speak to the SENCO, make sure I'm aware of who the safeguarding lead is, get class lists and understand if any pupils who I'll be teaching suffer or have been suffering with mental ill health, and what I can do to help at least make that pupil feel comfortable and safe within the environment of my PE lessons. So having done this course, I feel like I'm a lot more aware of what barriers exist for pupils with mental health issues and how to adapt my my PE lessons as a result of that. So as I said, making sure that I keep up to date with any content in relation to mental health and PE, and making sure that I do understand and have these class lists as soon as physically possible, so I can go about making and planning for considerations for specific pupils, as well as understanding and getting more information from the SENCO as to what I might need to look out for, or indeed how to help certain pupils.